Here, mate, any chance of a drink round here?
Yes, lads, what can I get you?
3 milk carton tops of your finest water, please, sir.
Here you go, 1, 2, 3 lots of the usual, lads.
Come on, boys, quick hydration break and then back to work.
We look after the bees and the bees look after us. Right, welcome back everybody. So for those that watched yesterday's video, you'll know that I'm doing a few evenings this week because I'm decorating the front of the shop and there's no way I can really do it in the daytime. It's just too much foot traffic underneath and flaking paint and dust and all that, so I thought I'd go in the evenings. While the evenings are light till 9-10 o'clock, it's quite nice really. I can chill out in the day. So while I'm doing nothing in the day, I'm obviously doing something. So I'm just catching up on all the admin side of things. This is the side of stuff that a lot of people don't see, self-employed blokes. They just think we get in the van in the morning, go to work and get out the van and then just repeat that really. But there's obviously a lot goes on to organise stuff, sourcing materials, researching stuff, booking things in, going out looking at jobs. A lot of that you don't see, but it's boring, so we wouldn't really film any of that. Not unless it's something interesting. For those that have watched the channel and you'll remember, this was way back in January. I went and looked at the inside of a gents barber salon and they wanted some sort of fancy textures and things on the walls, and I was making up some sample boards. I'll stick a little clip of the barber shop in here, I think now, and then I'll talk over the top of it. And it's been a little bit of a delay, and what they've had a water leak come through the ceiling, which it's not too bad actually because it's a concrete ceiling, so it's just done a bit of damage as the water came through, and then obviously it stained the ceiling. And I was down to paint the ceiling anyway. I'm going to spray the ceiling black. So it's sort of done them a favour really, because now they can claim on the insurance. But anyway, they've come up with what they want on the walls, and they want this, it's like a lime, very light textured stuff, and it gives this like natural look to the walls. It looks absolutely fantastic. Something I've never done before, and I've been researching it and watching videos on YouTube, on the internet and stuff. And I'll show you some of the stuff now. I'll insert some pictures or videos or stuff, and then you can see what it is. It looks absolutely great, but obviously anything that looks great and isn't off the shelf is going to be expensive. So I'm just looking now, trying to work out how much of this stuff I need, because it's not the sort of thing you want to over order, and obviously you don't want to under order it, so probably got to over order a little bit more. So I'm just looking at that really. So you can see it looks like a fairly simple process really. You just put a coat on, let that dry, and then you put another coat on, totally random it looks like, give it a little bit of a sand over, and then the sort of two colours start just sort of blending in or bleeding through a bit. And then you put this top coat on. I think it looks like you put 2 layers of this top coat on. It's like some sort of wax or whatever it is. And then it brings out the sort of patterns in the sort of mismatch of colours really. And that's it. So it doesn't look like it's a massive skill level needed. But it's all right watching it on the video on a 2 foot square board. But how does that translate onto a big wall? So be a lovely job to do. I would really look forward to doing it and getting my teeth into something brand new. So we'll see how that goes anyway. So while I'm waiting to go work this evening, I thought I'd just try and get on with a few little silly bits in here really. Now this is becoming a problem. I don't know if you've got the same. You've got one of these understair cupboards and everything just gets bunged in. And obviously it all gets full up at the back, but I always keep a load of my old crappy work shoes and boots down here. And it's they're always in the way, everything's in the way in here. So what I'm going to look at is utilising this space between the ceiling, let's take it back, between that sloping ceiling and the wall. And I think if I can create like a bit of a shelf chopping into there at the angle, it means all of my shoes can go on there. So let's get on with that. See if I can make something out of nothing in this cupboard, because we've got a lot of dead space there, just around this area. So I think I want my shelf about that deep. So basically from the end of that tape measure, just to where the sort of edge of that electric box comes, so that can still be gained access to. Have you ever noticed, like I'm a left-hander, everything is geared for right-handed. Look, my tape measure is always upside down because I'm a left-hander. I wonder if I do a left-handed tape measure. It's not fair, is it? No wonder all my wood's always the wrong size. Right, laser on there, and I think that is about a good enough height. On there, and on there. Right, let's join them up. She will be happy. That's a better use of that space, isn't it? Because you never do nothing else with it. All clear. So she can fill it up with all her crap now. So this is something completely different from me. It's just gone 5 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. And where I'd usually be going home, I'm now going to work. So I'm hoping to get about at least 3 hours work in, really. Try and get done what I need to do. All looks nice and quiet out here now. So I think they last haircut there is about 5:30. So I'll go in and say hello and then I can crack on then. And then if I can film any of it, I will. I'm not in the mood for it. It's a lovely, gorgeous evening, but by the looks of it, I'm hoping the sun has moved across because it was on the front of the shop yesterday and I left here about 11, half 11. So I'm hoping that the sun's gone over and I haven't got the sun on me. It was a hot one, but anyway, we crack on and I'll see you in a minute. Getting on now. It's coming up to about 9:45 now, so I'm going to turn it in. Load of filling to do up there. I really would like to take the bits of wood off, but I think they're attached to the actual roof, and that lead's at it, so I don't think I'm going to be able to disturb that too much. So I took this bit of quadrant off because it had it, so I'm going to replace that. And I might also face this up with a nice bit of ply. This is the bit I'd really like to replace this, but I think this is all in one. And I think it might be attached to the roof. It's a big chunky bit really. Ideally I'd like to do it, but I can't seem to separate that from that. I thought that might be a big bit of scotia, but it's chunky. Look, I think this is all one thing, and if I pulled that off, I think I'd do some damage to the roof, so I'm just going to spend a load of time. Might come back early in the morning, do another 2-3 hours here, and just fill all this in. But yeah, so that'll have a face, nice ply face on it, and a little bit of quadrant in there, should tidy that up. Other than that, the rest of it's not too bad. Bit of filling here and there, loads of filler in there, but again, this is all moving up here. This wooden structure. I don't want to start mucking about too much, so I'm just going to face fill it all. It should come out nice, should be good. Got a fair amount of crap off, didn't I, really? A little shop. Right, it's just coming up to 10 o'clock now and I'm losing the daylight anyway, so that's about the sort of time I thought I'd finish anyway, about 10 o'clock. So it's a good 5, yeah, I got here at 5 o'clock. It's a good 5 hours solid I've put in. I haven't stopped for 5 hours. So I'm going home now. I'm going to have a nice shower because I'm absolutely sweating again. I'm sweating, I'm all sticky and dusty. And then I might try and get back down here again in the morning for about 7 and I can do a load of filling then. And then I can come back tomorrow evening, rub all that down, the same again. I couldn't really film too much of that. I just literally couldn't. I mean, I'm on the pathway. I've got no distance to stand back or set a camera up anywhere. So all I could do is really what I have done, just to show you what I'm doing there. So I'm sorry it's nothing too exciting, but if you're just sort of following me in my daily life, you'll get the gist of what I'm doing. Right, back with you now. It's just gone 7 o'clock. I've just been to the tool station, picked up some bits and pieces. I'm going to go back to the shop now, get a load of filling done while it's early, and then that'll be dry enough for this evening for me to rub down and continue. So I'm trying to sort of squeeze a full day into 2 separate bits really. So if I do a couple of hours this morning and then maybe another 5 hours tonight, that'll equate to my sort of day, you know, like 7 hours or whatever it is going to be. So I'm trying to keep everything flowing. I don't want to do this job in traditional gloss, so I'm using the B-Deck Aqua Advanced stuff. obviously because it's a shop front and I've got to do the door and stuff like that, I don't really want to be putting sticky oil-based gloss on, especially in this weather. You know, it might stay sticky, and of course people are going to touch it as soon as they go in the shop every day. .30 now, so that was a good hour and a half of filling there. That's all done, and that can be drying ready for this evening, so I haven't got to worry about that. And that obviously that will have a rub down, the prime, undercoat, and then a top coat, whatever, and then I'll probably do the same again tomorrow. So I want to get that done by Friday really. So I've got 2 other jobs to squeeze in this week in the daytime as well. I've got some plastering tomorrow, and then on Friday I've got to do a gazebo. I've got to oil a gazebo or stain it, whatever they want done. So it's all busy, it's all non-stop stuff. Right, I'm at the builder's motions now. Let's try and pick up a bit of ply for that little bit of shop front. So I'm going to end that video there purely for the fact that I don't think I'm going to have time to get that video edited and then out, because I'm working tonight, then I'm back to work tomorrow, and then probably doing back to the shop tomorrow night. So the chances of me editing all this down in between all that and getting it out to you is probably going to be slim. So what I'll do is I'll put this video out now. So the next video I do, or the next 1 or 2, whatever it comes in that, I will show you the finished article. I'll show you the shop all painted up if anyone's interested. I'll show you just little bits of wood being put on. And it's just nice to see the finished result if you started watching from the beginning. I'll probably see you tomorrow or the day after, because I'm going to be plastering tomorrow and then back to the shop. So I might stitch them 2 bits together. So anyway, I'm waffling on. I'll get this out now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Give it a like or a thumbs up and all that jazz. And I will see you all soon.